Hi, and welcome to Cenario, your partner in mental wellness. Here on our channel, we share educational, insightful, and science-backed content to help you understand your mental health and take meaningful steps toward a more balanced life. If you're ready to learn, grow, and take control of your wellness journey, let's jump right in.
We're talking about a serious medical emergency today, acute mania. And this isn't just a simple mood swing. We're talking about a critical situation where knowing what to do could, quite literally, save a life. So let's just jump right in and break down what you absolutely need to know.
Right. So where is that line? You know, we all have good days, even great days. But when does an elevated mood cross over and become a full-blown medical emergency? Figuring that out, well, that's the first and maybe the most critical step.
Okay, so the clinical answer is right here. Acute mania is officially a psychiatric emergency. And listen, the key phrase isn't just severe mood elevation or irritability. The real kicker is major disruption. That's the part that matters. It's when someone's internal world gets so intense that their judgment just goes out the window. Their ability to function safely, it completely breaks down.
All right, so let's get into it. What exactly is acute mania? We're going to look at how this all escalates. So, a lot of people immediately think of bipolar I disorder, and that's for sure the most common cause. But it's not the only one, not by a long shot. An episode can be set off by all sorts of things, like abruptly stopping medication, not sleeping for days, substance use or withdrawal, even some medical conditions like thyroid problems. And understanding these triggers, that's huge for prevention. Okay, so how do we recognize the core symptoms? This is about moving beyond just simple mood swings. And this is so important. A diagnosis isn't based on just one thing. It's never just one sign. What clinicians are looking for is a cluster of symptoms. Think of it like a perfect storm of changes happening all at once, across mood, thought, and behavior. And when they all hit together, that's when things can get dangerous.
First up, let's talk about mood and energy. And we are way past just feeling good here. This can be this intense, euphoric high, but, and this is crucial, it can just as easily be extreme, severe irritability, like hair trigger agitation. And all that emotional intensity is fueled by this incredible surge of energy. So much energy that a person might not sleep for days. Then you have what's happening with their thoughts and their speech. People will literally describe it as their thoughts racing, just flying by too fast to catch. And that chaos on the inside, it comes out as pressured speech. They're talking so fast you can't keep up, you can't even get a word in. On top of that, you might see these grandiose, totally unrealistic beliefs, like they've been chosen for a special mission or have some kind of superpower.
And finally, this is where all that internal chaos spills out into the real world. You take that high energy, those racing thoughts, and that broken judgment, and what do you get? You get high-risk behaviors. We're talking about things like blowing through a life savings in a week or incredibly reckless driving, actions that are just completely 100% out of character for them. Okay, this is a really important distinction to make. Hypomania versus acute mania. They both involve an elevated mood, sure, but the key difference, the one that changes everything, is impairment. With hypomania, a person can usually still function. They can go to work, pay their bills, but with acute mania, that ability is just gone. The impairment is so substantial that hospitalization is often the only safe option.
And that's exactly why early action matters so much. We have to talk about the risks of delay.
Look, the fallout from untreated mania can be absolutely catastrophic, and the damage can last for years. We're talking about someone causing financial ruin, wrecking lifelong relationships, or getting into a terrible accident, all in a very short span of time. And the longer it goes on, the more damage is done, which just makes the recovery that much harder.
So the big question is, what do you actually do? Let's walk through the urgent steps you need to take. This is a framework for intervening safely. Okay, the priorities here are crystal clear, and they have to happen in this order. 1. Assess for immediate danger. Is anyone at risk of getting hurt? If the answer is yes, you stop and you call emergency services immediately. That's it. 2. If and only if it is safe to do so, try to create a safer environment. Get rid of car keys, weapons, anything dangerous. 3. Contact a professional. That could be their doctor, a crisis team, or the emergency department.
Now, how you talk to emergency services is critical. This is not the time for emotional language or trying to play doctor. You need to stick to the facts, what you can see. A simple, calm statement like, "This is an adult with very high energy and dangerous impulsive behavior," gives them exactly the information they need to respond appropriately.
And if the person does need to go to the hospital, being prepared can make a world of difference. If you can, have a list of their current meds ready, any info on recent substance use, other medical conditions. All of that helps the clinical team skip the guesswork and get right to the most effective treatment.
So once the immediate crisis is over and things are stable, the work isn't done. The focus shifts to recovery and, just as importantly, prevention.
Long-term stability is all about building a solid support system, kind of like a toolkit. The core tools are things like medication adherence and really stable routines, especially sleep. That's non-negotiable. Then you add in proactive things like therapy, avoiding substances, and this one's huge, having a relapse prevention plan. This is a plan that helps the person spot their own early warning signs so they can get help before it becomes a crisis.
Look, understanding these signs isn't just about collecting facts. It's a tool that allows you to take compassionate, effective action. Knowing this stuff can make you that crucial link to safety for someone who is in a real crisis. So the question I want to leave you with isn't just about what you learned today, but are you prepared to help?
Thank you for watching Cenario. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. For personalized mental wellness supplements, visit Cenario.com. See you in the next one.